beautiful orange, red, purple, pink, magenta glow behind the mountains in the distance along the horizon. Oh, dawn. You gotta love that time of day. Just beautiful. The trail this morning. Well, today is a huge climb day again. This time we're heading for Roan Mountain. That whole mountain itself. It's about 5,500 feet of elevation gain today. And our climb pretty much started as soon as I left camp. Oh boy. A chill in the air again. Sky's cloudy. Red sky on a morning. Sailor's warning. I know we're going to get some weather. Just don't know when. Okay. Day 34, by the way. Day 34. Making my way through this section of the trail, through this forest. It reminds me, oh, by the way, some camp areas right there. Beautiful little camp areas for a couple of tents. Anyhow, it reminds me very much of an area in the in the Beaver Valley section of the Bruce Trail called the Laurie Forest. I go through there a lot, especially on my way to and from Metcalf Rock, which is one of my kind of overnight wild camp areas and kind of training areas, and just out for a couple of days of hiking areas. So yeah, looks just like the Laurie Forest. Anyhow, yeah, day 34 today. It's March, I believe it's March the 29th. Is it 29th? Yeah, March the 29th. So hey, 1st of April I think is Friday. There's 31 days in March, I believe. April Fool's Day coming up on Friday. Tomorrow, that'll be day 35, of course, and that at the end of tomorrow, that will complete one more of our 5-day kind of section blocks. So that would be our 7th block. Wow, surprising how the days pass. Today, we have a couple of options, and we have one reasonably major concern, and that is water. I noticed there doesn't seem to be a lot of, or an abundance of water sources today on trail. And if we made it to the Roan Mountain shelter, which is 17.6 miles and 5,500 feet of elevation gain, so that's a big day for me. But if we did make it there, they say there may be a trickle, there may not be. Not much water at all up there. There are some campsites, tenting areas, and of course, just like we passed, a large amount of lots of kind of wild camping areas. But water, I looked at the water sources on the Good Hooks, a far out guide, and they're kind of few and far between, and none of them have a, you know, a really good rating as far as how much water is passing through there, if any, which means that's something we have to keep in mind, and we may have to carry a couple of liters of water for a few miles today. Not envying or looking forward to doing that, to be honest with you. Puts up your pack weight another 5 pounds right there. Anyhow, the trials and tribulations of through hiking, that's for sure. Everything goes well. Had a good sleep in my tent. Cold, chilly night again. Everything's frozen this morning. So, you know, once again, water filter in my sleeping bag. Batteries, electronics in my sleeping bag, just to help kind of keep them warm and stop the water filter, of course, from freezing. beautiful kind of red this morning along the mountain ridges, tops, as the sun approached the horizon. But now overhead, gray. So yeah, that red sky does indicate weather. And somebody did mention at camp last night, one of the guys was talking and he said there's definitely weather coming. So we'll see how that goes. Slight, excuse me, slight possible change in kind of the next plans for the next couple of days, and that isn't so far as I was going to narrow into the community of Roan Mountain and Elk City on Thursday morning, and then take a Nero there and leave Friday morning. If I can do a 17.6 mile today and another 17 point something tomorrow, then that would put me in the Roan Mountain community, which means tomorrow night, Wednesday night, I could spend the night then in the hostel. I have the option, of course, of taking a 0, spending Wednesday and Thursday night, and that would put me in exactly the same spot as I was going to be originally. Or option number 2 is to spend Wednesday night and maybe do my resupply Thursday morning. Thursday by midday, I can be back on trail again. So that would give me, I don't know, maybe a 10-mile advantage on what I was thinking of doing. But we'll see. One thing that was discussed, or I heard being discussed, was Thursday, a rain day, which is fine. We all hike in the rain. There's no problem with that. But if it's like, you know, really miserable, then maybe I would stay at the hostel. I don't know. Ooh. No horses beyond this point. Okay? Well, we're okay because we're not going that way. Okay. So yeah, day 34 has begun. I woke up this morning at 5:30. Probably got on trail by about 6:45 after I'd had my coffee and my breakfast, packed up my gear. Just take a little longer packing up your tent and setting up your tent on an evening at camp rather than just throwing down your Tyvek and AirPod in the shelter. But believe me, it's definitely worth doing that rather than sleeping in the shelter. Shelters for me are reserved only for bad weather, for sure. I've mentioned many times the big Agnes Copperspur UL2 that my daughters Karina and Amanda bought me. Doing a great job. I love that thing. Okay, enough babbling. Again, in the words of the great Colorado Trail Thru hiker Snack Box, we got a long way to go. Only a little bit of time to get there, so we better get moving. Okay. Clyde Smith Shelter, Spring Eagle Scout Project, Curtis Bird. Pine Flats Troop, number 4, May 2009. Well, kudos, because look at this shelter. 2-story, awesome. And step-up bench, seating area with like countertop, like kitchen kind of countertop, if you will. A bar type setup. Yeah, beautiful little spot. Fire pit. Lots of tent areas around the property. And this is where I'm just setting up for lunch. My stove. This is my Jetboil stash that my trail angel Joanne, she got me that for Christmas, and it does an amazing job. I love it. So I'm warming up my water for coffee. Gonna make my peanut butter pita, and then we're gonna hit the trail. We've still got a long way to go. Talk to you soon. Bye. So anyhow, after I had my lunch at that shelter, where we own, you know, the one where we had the coffee and the peanut butter pita, yeah, that one. Well, I came out of that shelter and off I went down the trail, and I did about 2 miles, and from the shelter, and I got to a really nice scenic outlook. And I thought, wow, we need to get some pictures and some video of this for our channel, which we did. And chit-chatted for a few minutes with another hiker who was waiting for his wife to get back to him with his hostel booking for tomorrow night, because he wasn't quite sure which hostel he was staying in until she got back to him, because she was doing the booking for him. Anyhow, that's really neither here nor there. I'm sure he'll find out which hostel he's staying in. So I came out of the scenic area, like lookout, and off I went back down the trail. And about 2 miles later, I walked past a shelter. And it was the same shelter where I'd had my lunch. We are in a treacherous area right here. It was the same shelter where I'd had my lunch. I had just gone 2 miles from that shelter, turned around, walked 2 miles back to that shelter, a total of 4 miles, and was no further ahead than where I was an hour and a half before that. Now, you never ever want to do this kind of thing. Believe me, the Appalachian Trail is a trail where when you take a step forward, you don't want to do that step again. Believe me, you don't. To have to do 2 miles all over again, really 4 miles, I guess, but to have to do that same 2 miles all over again, physically it's draining, especially when you've given yourself such a hard kind of task for the next 2 days as far as laying down miles due to your hostel booking for tomorrow night. So, and mentally, it's just destroying. It is just destroying. You are trying to figure out all the reasons why you are wrong and you are in the right place, and you just made a decision error. You didn't go 2 miles backwards, but you know you did. But you still try in your mind to figure out why you did not do that, or how you did not do it, when you know that you did do it. That's just what happened to me. Anyhow, we're back where we should be, an hour and a half later. So we've still got 7 miles to camp now. And it's pushing 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we have got the horrendous Mount Roan mountain climb to do yet today. So we have got really a big challenge now, more than we had before we screwed up like that. Well, I just wanted to tell somebody, so I did call my beautiful trail angel Joanna and explained it to her. And I figured I would tell you guys about it too. Okay. All right. All right. Maybe you can see through the trees some lights, backlights of a car, table, chairs, food. Yeah, we had trail magic down there. And I had a burger, which was amazing. And I packed out an orange and a banana because I need my fruit and I'm going to enjoy that. Right now though, I didn't film down there and I didn't spend long there. I just wolfed down a burger and carried on, simply because right now we are just starting the 5 mile climb of Roan Mountain. That's going to take us to the highest shelter on the Appalachian Trail. Again, because of my screw up today, I'm an hour and a half behind where I expected to be now. So it's kind of late in the day, a little bit, to be starting that climb, but just slow and steady is going to get me there. I was hoping to get past Roan Mountain Shelter. The other side, going down to the gap, another 2.5 miles, is water and really nice camp areas, out of the wind and warmer. But now, because of my screw up this earlier and the delay of time, or the added time, I'll be happy to get to the shelter and get my tent set up somewhere. There was a wind warning in effect for tomorrow. Can already feel the wind picking up and the wind temperature dropping, or the air temperature dropping. And we're going straight up now. 5,000 feet. Okay, let's just get this done. Camp for the night. Nestled underneath the pines. I am so glad to be at camp. There's a tent over there and a tent over there, and through the trees, I don't think you can see it very well from here, but through the trees is the shelter. But you know what? I am hungry. I want my coffee and I'm tired. Let's climb in the bunk. Let's make dinner. Well, after a 17.6 mile day, plus an additional 4 miles on top of that, hungry. But I have just had biscuits and sausage gravy, which I split into 2, so I get 2 meals out of the package. And I add instant mashed potatoes. I had some goldfish, baked goldfish, and I'm going to have a Kit Kat bar. And of course, my coffee. Oh, today has been a challenging day, but we are at the summit of Roan Mountain, so that is a good thing. Tomorrow we head to the community of Roan Mountain, where we're going to spend the night in a hostel. That's nice. We could take a shower. Looking forward to that. A little bit of resupply from there, just to top up a few things that we might need. And pushing north to Damascus, Virginia. So far we are doing great. No problem. We're heading towards 400 miles. Whew. Yeah. Crazy day today. But a cup of coffee makes it all that much better. And a Kit Kat. Carver's Gap, elevation 5,512 feet, Pishka Cherokee National Forest. It's a park area. Ooh. We're descending Roan Mountain, sign in the distance saying, "Welcome to North Carolina," and some red sky in the clouds. High winds today, again. Cold, again. Ooh. North Carolina byway ends. Okay. For the last 100 miles, we have been in and out of North Carolina and Tennessee. Just Tennessee, North Carolina. Tennessee, North Carolina. And as you could see, North Carolina was just a couple of 100 yards away from where we were, right there. The trail, icy, rocky this morning as we made the descent from Roan Mountain. Roan Mountain. Wow. Interesting. Whew. A beautiful morning, character, definite weather coming. Hey, we're just going to keep pushing. We have a climb ahead of us here, and we're going to keep pushing for a while, and we'll give you our proper formal good morning greeting for day 35, just when it gets a little bit lighter, a little bit more to see. Okay, good morning everybody. As promised, a little better greeting. Now it's got brighter and we are sheltered a little bit here from the wind. The winds have been crazy again today so far, but it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. A little over 5 miles in so far for the day, so we're doing good. I just checked my GutUX Fire Out app and I have about 10.9 miles to the hostel where I'm staying, which is Mountain Harbor Hostel in Roan Mountain or Elk City. I'm not sure what you call that, but it's on the Highway 19E. So I have a booking there for this evening. They have a great reputation for breakfast, so I want to make sure I purchase a breakfast there tomorrow anyhow before departing, assuming that I don't zero there. I don't think I will. I think I'd like to zero in Damascus, but in fact that would be better because I'll probably be shopping for shoes in Damascus too. They have a couple of outfitters. Anyhow, hey, welcome to day 35. Yep, day 35 on the Appalachian Trail, and we are pushing towards mile marker 400. Not sure when we'll get there, but we're pushing towards that. Whether we get there today, tomorrow, not sure. The next day if I do take a zero, but anyhow, we are pushing towards mile marker 400 on trail. So far so good. Yesterday, well, we all know what happened yesterday. That was my screw up, and with Roan Mountain climb and everything else, by the end of the day, I was, you know, stick a forking me. I think I'm done kind of deal. Today looks like it's going to be a little overall easier, slightly shorter than yesterday by about a mile. Well, actually 5 miles because of my screw up, but on trail a mile shorter and significantly less elevation gain. I think we've got about 3,000 feet today of elevation gain. In some slippy mud here. A lot of ice, a lot of rocks this morning coming down from Roan Mountain, yeah, that's for sure. You may wonder why I don't look at the camera very often. The Appalachian Trail from day one has been a trail that you need to look at the trail 100% of the time. Well, 99.9% of the time. Yeah, so yeah, that's our plan today, heading for the hostel. 10.9 mile, 11 mile away. Resupply. Well, I could use a few things. They have a Dollar General store there, which would work. Just a few bars, maybe some Spams if they've got some, pouches, bag of cookies, a few little things. If they have, or if I can get there and they have those things. I'm sure they do. I'm not sure if this hostel has a resupply of some kind. If it does, maybe I can just get what I need there and don't have to worry about it. Of course, there will be a shower. I don't think I'll be doing laundry. I did it 2 days ago, so you know what, I'm just going to get away with it and be a little stinky, I think. Maybe wait till my next hostel for that. So yeah, that is my update. I'm going to put you guys away because this is getting really muddy and slippy, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. The trail, for the last few miles has been really muddy. Starting to ease off a little bit here. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Lots and lots and lots of mud. Whew. Slippy for sure. The valley below the trail. Oh boy, you can see the trail going all the way to the top of that particular mountain. Whatever it's called, we're going right over the top of it. No doubt about that. And then I believe after that, it's pretty much descent for the rest of the mileage or day that we have to do to the community of Roan Mountain. Well, that is what I believe. So yeah, mud, oh God, mud everywhere. Okay, yeah, we're going right over the top of that thing. Okay, let's go. 360 degrees all the way around. We reached the summit of the climb. I have no idea what we just climbed, but it certainly was a challenge. There's a plaque down here. I see that now on some rocks. Let's go take a look-see. Crazy windy up here. But again, being crazy windy most of the day, it just gets worse up here. So I hope the audio is going to be acceptable when we eventually get to the editing of this footage. However, we keep the camera rolling, keep doing our job, and hopefully we're going to get some really nice footage out of this. Okay, getting closer to that plaque. Let's take a look-see. See what it says. Okay, so we are at Houston Ridge in memory of Stanley A. Murray, 1923 to 1990. That gentleman obviously went through life doing things right. How do we know that? Because the U.S. Forestry Service donated a plaque on the top of a mountain for Stanley A. Murray. Good job, sir. Good job, Mr. Murray. Okay. I think now all the way to our hostel is almost downhill. Still got, about 5.9 miles to go, but a lot of that I know is downhill. Okay, let's get going. As we descended from the top of those cold, snowy and icy, windy mountains this morning, down through the foothills to the base of those mountains, totally different weather. A gentle, almost tropical breeze. I'd have to say the temperature is probably, I don't know, 20 degrees Celsius, around 70, maybe 72 degrees Fahrenheit. My t-shirt, my shorts on. Absolutely amazing. Now I think, not 100% sure, don't quote me on this, but I think we've left North Carolina for the last time. We are in Tennessee, and I think we're going to stay in Tennessee until we reach the Virginia state line. And of course Damascus. Just look through those trees. Beautiful grass through there. Look at that. What stunning camping areas here. Gorgeous soft grass. Right next to a little stream to the left there, because I just walked past it. Camp area here. Beautiful. Got a fire ring. Spots for a few tents. Lots of spots in the field. Perfect. I have noticed today, by the way, lots and lots of kind of just wild camp or tenting kind of areas, and also published tenting areas. All very, very nice, very hospitable, very comfortable, very kind of quiet and peaceful. Just great at the end of a hiking day for sure. I'm about half a mile from the hostel where I'll be staying at again, which is the Mountain Harbor Hostel. It's actually called Mountain Harbor Bed and Breakfast and Ikers Hostel. It's $30 US for a bunk. That, of course, includes your electricity and showers and laundry and all that kind of stuff. Not sure if I'm going to do laundry. I would like to get to the dollar store if I could. Pick up a few items if they don't have any resupply here at the hostel. They might do, though. And if they do, that'll do, because after breakfast tomorrow, I'm continuing heading north. Rain tonight. Tomorrow morning, weatherman says finishing around 9 a.m., which is probably just perfect to sleep in till, say, 7. Get up, have another nice shower just to wake up and greet the day. Nice breakfast in the dining room, wherever it is, restaurant. And then hit the trail. And again, just keep pushing north. And I think from where my hostel is, I think it's about 75 miles to Damascus. So that's going to be the next major center. However, I do believe there's a couple of smaller resupply options and centers between here and there. So I don't think I have to carry everything, but as usual, I probably will. Anyhow, little afternoon update. So this will give me a 16.6 mile day today, which is a very good day. Right now, my overall average since day one, and again, this has to be including any zeros and neros. So the 3 days that I sat waiting for the weather in the Smokies is all calculated into this as days on trail. So my average is now up from 10.2 to, I believe it's 11.4. So what that means is any day that I hike more than 11.4 miles, it adds to my average. It makes my average increase. Any days I hike less than 11.4 miles, it takes away from my daily average. And right now, I'm really trying to build the overall daily average to around 12.5 miles. If I could maintain a 12.5 mile average throughout this whole hike, I think I would be doing great, to be honest with you, because there's no doubt about it. It's one heck of a challenging trail. And as I mentioned earlier, we are going to be hitting the 400 mile mark, although I think that's the day after tomorrow, but it could be tomorrow. I'm just not sure now. I'd have to look at the map. Yeah. Anytime you take a shorter day, of course, like a Nero, or anytime you take a zero, comes directly off your average. Again, right at this minute, until the average increases, which it will today, because it's a 16.6 mile day, significantly above 11.4. So my overall average will increase. Okay. Beautiful kind of walking path through here. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so we're entering into the hiker trail entrance to the Mountain Harbor Hostel. And that right there, I believe, is what they call one of their tree houses. And I think 2 hikers or 2 people can split that. And I think that's $75. So that would be split between 2 people. So $37.50. Beautiful, beautiful country, river, stream, brook, creek, whatever. More of a river, I'd say. It's big enough to be a river. Sure it is. See a bigger white building just along the trail. I'm guessing that's the office and bunkhouse. Oh, there's more buildings to the right. A much bigger building. That could be the office. But we're going to find out. So we've made it to our hostel for the night. We'll check it out. If we can, we'll do a little bit of a tour, see what's going on. I think this first building's probably the hostel building, but you know what? I really don't know. I do see somebody sat up on the balcony, but again, I really don't know. We'll go have a look and see. There's no signs. There's no signs that tell you, oh, here we go. Welcome to Mountain Harbor. Okay, so I guess there are signs. I just have to kind of look for them. That's probably all I had to do to begin with, is just kind of look for the sign. But anyhow, let's go see. Okay, so it looks like they have a pop machine and a snack machine with nothing in it. Let's just go around this side, take a little look, see. How do we go up those steps? Again, there's no... Oh, hello there. How are you doing? Mountain House Music. Oh, it's okay. How you doing? A little look at what they call the loft. So there's not much space up here by any means. I'm in bunk number 4, so I'll show you. But I can stand up as long as I don't hit the lights. So that's my bunk down there in my pack. Over here, better space, fresh air from the outside, and much better sleeping accommodations on the lower level than we have on the top level. But I guess that's it. Beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. So this bunk was 30 bucks. I'll be honest, the other guys that were been hiking with me, I just checked with them. I said, what do you think? They said they thought this was wonderful. I think this is the worst hostel that I've stayed in on this hike anyhow, personally. But that's just me. And the resupply is ridiculously expensive. These are $10 everywhere, 12 here. This, I paid 49 cents at one. A hostel resupply, $2 here. So it's expensive, but you know what? I got some resupply, I got some stuff. I'm going to shower, I'm going to wash my shirt, something, carry on, and shave, shower. Yeah. So I guess this is going to be, well, it'd be 16.6 miles, I think it is today, although I've got to double check that, put it in my log, but we'll see. I think it's around there. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys in a little bit. I'm going to see if I can get a shower, wash my shirt and my socks. Okay. The kitchen area, sink, washing the dishes, ice machine, the actual bar, kitchen. You've got microwaves, toasters, coffee pot, coffee machine, everything you need. Freezer, fridge, couch, big screen TV. Wow, this place has been amazing. I have loved my stay here. Right outside this front door, you'll see a yellow food truck. All I can say about that is just do it. Get the bacon cheese burger with the fries, comes to, I don't know, it's like 12 bucks or something. And it's the best you'll ever have. Absolutely amazing. Now, up here, and I didn't film this morning, and I should have done, but up here is the bed and breakfast, and that's also where you get your breakfast, which is $13, $13.50, something like that. Again, I'm not going to tell you how good or bad it was. Just do it. You must do it. It was excellent. Well, about time to start heading north, everybody. So yeah, parking areas for cars. They've got their shuttle service to wherever it is they shuttle. This is the grocery store, general store, and they've got lots of everything you need there. I picked up a good supply of food items. Laundry is through here. And this is the way we came yesterday. You'll remember that when we arrived. So yeah, it was $30 plus tax for my bunk. And then I did purchase at the same time the breakfast for this morning. Look at this river. It's been raining all night. This river's just running with muddy water from the mountains. And that's where we're going, up there. Okay guys, Jasper here. Welcome to day 36 on the Appalachian Trail. We're going to talk to you soon. As we push north out of Roan Mountain Community, or the Mountain Harbor Hostel. The trail takes us right past a mountain cemetery. People laid to rest in the mountains. Beautiful, tranquil, gentle breezes. Just a perfect resting place, I think. Very well maintained, very well groomed, and pretty much beautiful flowers at all of those stones. Just showing a great deal of love and respect for the folks that are resting right there. Okay, speaking about resting, this is not my spot for a break, so I just better keep going. Okay, take a look at this, guys. There it is, 400 miles north on the Appalachian Trail. Hey, you know what? We are doing great, but we've still got a long way to go, so we better get at it. We're blue blazing. Well, we're at an area here with a side trail. The side trail takes us off the actual Appalachian Trail, but what it does do is take us to Jones Falls. Look, there's other hikers already been there to take a look at that.
What a beautiful sight.
Beautiful?
Oh, is it ever.
Awesome. So we're going to take a look at Jones Falls too. So, hey, let's go see, because I could hear the water earlier crashing down, and I'm told people have written on the sign that says Jones Falls Side Trail. They've written on there, do it, go see it, you got to do it 100%, the whole bit. So you know what? I'm taking a look, see. I can hear water. Man, I don't know if you can see up through the trees, but there's way up there, there's water crashing down. So let us make our way through this side trail and take a look. Wow, Jones Falls, everybody. Worth every moment for the hikers taking it in. Absolutely stunning. And down to the valley it goes. What a beautiful location. Wow. Take a moment and enjoy that. The trail runs alongside this beautiful river. Take a look at the meadow, daffodils, trees. I just sat right here at this tree and I took a little break, a 10-minute break. I'm not rushing today, that's for sure. I've only got about 3.3 miles to go to where I'm thinking about actually camping for the night, so I should be there by, taking my time, I'll be there by 2 o'clock. So that's okay. Be an easier day for me, and I don't mind that at all. Beautiful water source right here. I just filtered about 1.5 liters of water, half a liter for my drinking bottle. Beautiful waterfall up there, and 1 liter for my camp. There should be some water at camp, but today's significantly warmer weather, a lot of sweating going on, which means as I push north and spring pushes into the area more, the days get warmer, which means I'm going to have to carry more water just to take care of my kind of hydration needs. Anyhow, just up here about a 0.1 or 2 of a mile is a shelter. I don't think I'm staying at that shelter. I'm going to carry on another mile past there to a tent area. That should get me there somewhere around 3:30. And you know what? That's okay for me today. It'll be about 10 miles. So let's get going. What I consider pretty much a perfect camp spot. Well, okay, not exactly perfect, but we have a nice flat space. We have a log, a little bit small, but it makes a camp seat. We have a beautiful babbling brook although the water's a little brown because of all the runoff from the rain. Nice little footbridge. Camp spot right over there. A couple more through here and over that way. Hey, day 36. Well, it's winding down. All I've got to do is my journal, calculate my mileage, which is around somewhere between 13 and 14 miles for the day. I know I was going to stop earlier at around 9.5 to 10, but I ended up coming here. And this is a perfect camp spot, and I'm really glad I did. Right now, there's nobody else here. Doesn't mean there won't be later, but right now, I'm the only one. Loving that. Great day of hiking. Wow. Of course, the late start because we checked out of the hostel, had that absolutely wonderful breakfast this morning. But now it's dinner time. What am I going to have for dinner? Don't know. Maybe some ramen noodle, potato, and a Spam package. Sounds good. Cup of coffee. Well, yeah. I just finished filtering my camp water, 2.5 liters, and my water for tomorrow. For my drinking water, my electrolyte water. So this is my little setup for the night. And you know what? I think this is pretty damn perfect, to be honest with you. Nestled in a valley, so I have no phone signal, can't call home. Beautiful trees all around, blue sky, much warmer, and puffy white clouds. Hey. If nothing else exciting happens, we'll call it a day. If something does, I'll record it. I'll see you in the morning for day 37. Good night.